Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Today was brutal on silver. Here's a weekly close, weekly review. Two things that are worrying me about silver is that on a weekly chart, we closed below our support and it closed near its lows. So I was expecting some kind of a bounce after the brutal takedown. But we're still right there. Anything could happen, but I'm hoping we don't cross below by the end of the month. So let's just look at the takedown, and you can see where that support line was and just took it down all in one swoop, really. So there you have it. One good thing is, if you were in the market to buy some physical silver, the ratio to gold to silver went all the way up to 83 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold. So that's the highest I've seen it in a while. So if you wanted to buy some silver, you're getting a bargain as far as I'm concerned. So that's a 5-hour. Daily broke down. Very concerning on silver. But for the longest time, gold and silver were doing the same thing. All of a sudden, silver got brutalized, and gold is still flying high, and I'll show you that in a second. But we still got a reverse head and shoulders pattern. Hopefully, we'll get this 8 to move up and get a bounce next week. And the other thing is, we're coming up on a close on a monthly. I think Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday will be the next candle on a monthly chart. And right now we got a inverted hammer forming. So keep an eye on that. That could be a bullish candle for the month on a close. But see if we can get a bounce beginning next week. But we got a little inverted hammer forming on a monthly chart on silver. Gold, very resilient. They tried, I think, to take it down, but here's a 5-hour chart like on silver. So it's hanging in there. We're closed below our support lines, though. So I suspect that we'll see some down churn here. You never know what's going to happen. Daily, Greg Manarino came out with a chart that shows this is a high-flying pennant, which is very bullish. But this is the daily, and as we've been following, we're looking for this right shoulder to complete and waiting for a break at 1261. So we're right there. Another indecision week on the close for the week. So just another spinning top. A high-flying consolidation. But here's the monthly closing on Tuesday. See if we can close above that spot there. That would be the first time we do that in a very long time. Since the breakdown here, where is that? 2012. So that would be very nice for gold. S&P, I still consider this bearish, as it's got a double bottom, but it hasn't come up to its natural point yet of this line. And so all I'm saying is I see a bearish retracement still on the S&P. Anything could happen. They can drag this thing out forever, I guess, printing money left and right. Negative interest rates would prop this thing up. Close it on a monthly coming up. It's still below our little lines here. So once it broke down, it hasn't recovered still. So I'm still bearish on the S&P. The major break is 18, and we're at 1940. I expect it to pop to 2000 to complete a bearish retracement. So anything below that is extra bearish. So what I'm saying is if it doesn't come up to its resistance lines, then I'm going to call it double bearish. But anything could happen. We have to break that double bottom. That's a major support there. So 18 is the break. One of the reasons why silver and gold are having trouble here is because crude and the dollar have been moving up all week. So as gold and silver consolidate and break down, the dollar moved back into its previous pattern. It did close below its previous resistance lines, but it did break above into the previous pattern, which is this line here, and this line. It's incorporated with that line. So I hope you guys see that. That's why I like to trade patterns and breakout patterns, but I also use these lines as resistance and support. So it's right there in between resistance and support. Support is at 97.40, and it's likely, the way it's moving, it's likely to go up and hit and maybe make a lower high. That's a weekly chart. You can see on a daily it is breaking above that support. So it came up and hit it, came back into support, and then bounced in. So that's a little bullish on the dollar on a daily. Monthly coming up, closing here real soon. Take these lines out. That could very well make a hanging man in the next few days. Well, we got one more day of trading. So what do you think? If it closes up here 75 cents higher, could have the nasty, nasty hanging man on the dollar. So there you go. Something to think about. Crude, still have that double bottom. It's still in that little tight spot between support and resistance. So the 8 is acting as support and the 13 as resistance. In other words, it got knocked back as it broke into previous lows. And you can see on a day, I think the daily, you got a nasty little bar there. These single bars need to be confirmed. But that reminds me of a falling star right here. So it needs to be confirmed, which means it needs to break its previous low, which is about 32.75, 32.65, and maybe see another retracement back to support. Other than that, anything could happen. Breaking previous highs, I mean, it could keep going. And I think on a longer term chart, I think it was likely to hit the 40 mark right here. So closing on a monthly, obviously this thing is just broken down so bad. I don't think where is it? We're still below. Well, we're right there actually, breaking in the previous lows. So closed into previous lows just a tiny tad, and that's very well could be a reversal bar come Monday. So keep an eye on that. We'll do a monthly review. This is for the week. The week closing on crude, still stuck between support and resistance. It went into previous lows and got knocked back, making that daily candle looks like a falling star. But very well could be, because it's at a bottom, could be very well a double bottom consolidation pattern. So watch for a validation on this candle on Monday, whether it breaks down or up. That's basically it. Like I said, if you want to buy some silver, you're going to get a bargain at 83 ounces per 1 ounce of gold, which I haven't seen it that high for a while. I don't keep track of it every day, but because silver got knocked down so hard and gold did not, tells me that it's a good time to buy silver. Okay, so Monday, let's see this thing close above our monthly trend and see if we can get some runs out of this thing. Otherwise, anything can happen. I'm still bearish. Dollar looks pretty bearish, but it's closing above on a monthly so far above the 8 and the 13. So it broke down, came all the way back up, which on a weekly it looks like a bearish pattern still because we haven't broken down the higher low. So look for another higher low in the dollar. And you never know, this thing could just hyperinflate all week. The dollar has risen against other currencies. Everything is falling apart except for the dollar. Just because we're the reserve currency, I guess, you know. But a little support line that I think should break is this one right here. So it's in a pretty tight spot, butting up against resistance, above support, but it's between 98 and let's call it 97. So it's in a little tight spot for a dollar. Anything could happen. Still bearish on it, especially if this thing kind of on a monthly chart gains on Monday and makes that candle look pretty bad as a hanging man would. So look for price to go up on the dollar next Monday, and I don't know, could go up 50 cents no problem, make a nasty, nasty candle on a monthly chart. So there you have it. Please like, share, and comment, and thanks for the questions. Hope I answer the support and resistance lines that I use. Basically, it's just interprets the previous highs and lows, so I don't have to draw lines everywhere. So yeah, I like to keep it simple. Keep watch on the long-term charts and stay out of the busyness of daily swings. And that's about it. Thanks.